Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Hold on, Mary Jane!
We are sex people!
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, was I rushing or was I dragging?
You guys want to go see a dead body?
I know Kung Fu. Do it.
Get away from her, you bitch!
What's in the fucking box?
Hold on to your butts.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
So Trent, what have you been eating recently?
So Parth, hello, you're looking well.
Thank you.
I saw you just an hour ago, live in person, and now here we are, through the laptop.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
A friend off the show, Tamara, asked, why don't you guys just record together? And we said, it's for the quality of the audio. As much as Parth and I would like to hang out and podcast simultaneously, it's simply not possible.
I think it's funny that we have probably hung out so much more online than we ever have in person.
Oh, the amount of man hours that we spent digitally is certainly exceeds the amount of time. Maybe with the year of classes, if that's defined as hanging out, but us in one of our apartments, watching TV, yeah, it's very little.
We'd recorded at least 50 episodes before we came back in person, because that was our director special, and that happened way before we came back to school. So I'm going to say something like 60, 65 episodes we'd recorded. Right.
And how many of them have been in person? 3? Army of Darkness?
No, only our Army of Darkness thing was fully in person.
Oh, and then the intro with
our Dark
the
Knight
four of
intro and our Judas and the Black Messiah intro.
You're right.
Never a full episode.
But there is
other than Army of Darkness.
I think we are particularly chipper when we are recording together, though. But we can't talk over each other, and that is something that we love to do.
Oh, shit. I'm incorrect. Evil Dead. We recorded Evil Dead together in person in my room. We took my table in my... You remember? In my living room.
I remember Judas and the Black Messiah, our recording conditions were particularly poor. We were sprawled out on the floor of your basement.
With no, proper tables or chairs. We were recording off of, a Lego box, I believe.
Yes. Well, speaking of what I've been eating, I slurped up an applesauce at the screening we were just at while playing 8-ball pool with you. No spoon required.
Don't tell Rutgers Film we did that, though.
That we played 8-ball pool during the screening. George, friend off the show, also just kept texting me about how much he had to fart, but that the people surrounding us, he respected creatively too much to fart around them. And the movie was only an hour long, but still, you've got to applaud the guy for holding the fart for over an hour to save his future career. It would be sabotage.
Also turned to me. Yeah, it would. He turned to me and said, I've got a piece in that accent.
Yeah, he was having all sorts of bodily time bombs.
He said that every time he goes on to the screening, or every time just before screening, he downs a smoothie, and that's always a mistake. And I was like, don't make that mistake, buddy.
I saw him sipping coffee, and I'm like, dude, if you're talking about a intestinal issue, an intestinal issue, I just really think you're pushing yourself off a cliff. Yeah, really. But then I got home and I had an encore of a granola bar and some orange juice. And sometimes when I drink orange juice in the morning, I'm like, I see why red-blooded Americans do this. This is a pretty nice way to start the day.
Yeah.
What about you? You just broke your number one rule.
Well, I didn't break it, but I almost didn't do it. Usually it's me getting Trent to eat something because he's not eaten anything in the day. But it's as of recording 1:02 p.m. and I had not eaten anything in the day, and we were about to record, and I realized, shit, I haven't eaten anything. It was a real role reversal, but I grabbed a Girl Scout cookie, a lemon up, if you will.
Oh, wait, so where do these Girl Scout cookies come from? Which flavors do you have? What personal favorite?
When I came back, I went home, I guess it was spring break last week, and I came back, and my dad had bought a bunch of Girl Scout cookies and was like, just take them all. I'll buy some more.
just from like outside the grocery store, or does he like know a girl? A Girl Scout.
Well, there's a girl on our street, and she is in Girl Scouts, so I don't know if it was from her or if it was from, like, the grocery store, because that either way is, possible. But to answer your question, I have Do-si-dos, lemon ups, and it's not a third kind. I can't remember right now.
No tagalongs, no Thin Mints, no Samoas, no trefoils?
I really want Samoas. Samoas are my favorite.
Samoas as a kid, I was like, ooh, coconut. And then I hit a certain age and I was like, ooh, coconut, you know?
Yeah. No, it's luxury, you know?
Thin Mints in the freezer, I know that's nothing new, but yeah, that's pretty innovative. Tagalongs under any condition. Isn't it crazy that Girl Scout cookies haven't been like licensed and aren't sold at the grocery store all year round? Like, what a luxury item.
It's like upsetting that they aren't, you know?
But like, really, do you think they don't do it because they would have to give you like a legit amount of cookies? Because you can only buy it 2 months out of the year. When you pay $4.50 and you get 12 cookies, you just have to kind of shrug your shoulders.
Yeah, and I guess it's also a scarcity thing that like you want them just that much more, you know.
And if you buy enough cookies, you can like help little Susan like earn enough points for a mountain bike.
Wow. Well, if Susan needs a mountain bike, then we'll have to buy some Samoas. Welcome back to Craft Services, where we talk about the pictures. Wait, that's not what I usually say.
The movies. Yeah.
Each week we talk about a film and hopefully have a crew member that worked on that film to talk with us about their experience working on the picture. There it is.
Oh, there you
go. Last week, who did we have?
Last week on our little show, we had
Judy Farr.
I was building to that. None other than the set dresser of Last Night in Soho. You thought I forgot her name. Judy Farr, the set dresser of Last Night in Soho.
You just looked like you were like scrolling on your laptop, and I was like, I'll save Trent.
But more importantly, she worked on a bunch of other cool movies also, no?
Yeah, no. I mean, she worked on The King's Speech. She worked on other movies. She had a whole story about working on Eyes Wide Shut with Stanley Kubrick, which she did not tell on air because we didn't know that she'd worked on it until we were talking with her off air. But listen to our episode last week to hear what it was. And go to our Instagram to see if you can decode the the as of yet undecipherable Stanley Kubrick message.
No one's been able to do it. Maybe it's because his cursive is like so unintelligible. Yeah. But he's a smart man despite the onset abuse, and so but he wanna know what he's also is? Short. 5'4" to 5'6", according to our interview with Judy Farr. Yeah. She said that she's 5'4", and she was about the same height as him, despite what the internet says about him being 5'8".
That's awesome.
Cool. So, this is a special episode in the way that it's a speed episode. Yeah. Only because we are on a time restraint where I have to go to work in 32 minutes approximately, give or take 5 minutes. And for that reason, we'll be moving particularly fast.
Yeah, we're going to try to speed through all of our information and get straight to the movie as quickly as we can. No shenanigans, Trent, you know?
We have to take a brief detour to discuss the Batman deleted scene that was recently deleted, and then we can move into the business.
Trent, ask me a question. Riddle me this, riddle me that.
I mean, gotta start somewhere. What'd you think of the Joker design?
I think it's okay. I think it's a little too dirty.
Reminiscent?
Well, it's not like I've heard a lot of people say that it's very similar to Heath Ledger, and I don't think it's that similar.
I think it's different enough to get away with it.
Yeah, I agree. And I also like Matt Reeves' thing that he didn't fall in a vat of acid, and he didn't he doesn't have scars. He was born with like a physical disability in his face, and that's why he has this nihilistic point of view, and that's why he looks like that. I'm cool with that. Like, I think that's interesting. I just wish that he wasn't so grotesque looking.
His teeth were very unsettling.
He's British, you know?
A British Joker. I don't know if my brain can take that.
Has there ever been? I don't think there has. I think they've all
Jack
been American.
Nicholson. Wait, Heath Ledger is Australian.
Oh, true. That's still not British, you know?
Wait, and Cesar Romero, I mean, not to judge his ethnicity based on his name, but that's not a very white guy name.
He's white.
Cesar Romero. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at a picture. Is he? Yeah. He's not Hispanic?
No, I don't believe he is. But I thought it was good. The scene.
He's Cuban.
Was...
He's Cuban.
Okay.
Checkmate. Sorry, Parth. I had to do it.
Well,
to him.
wait, Cubans can. There's like a lot of Cubans are white. What are you talking about?
His mother was said to be the biological daughter of Cuban nationalist hero Jose Marti. His father was born in Barcelona, Spain, and immigrated to the United States in 1888. Where
that
he
still means you can be white. Like that doesn't mean you can't be white.
Yeah, I guess he's from Spain.
But he's not.
So
but
he's
not
like European.
But he's not. But we can agree that he's not American, I guess.
I don't think we want to get too lost in the sauce here, but I just like to talk about the Joker.
Point being, I thought the scene was shot very well, and I think it was interesting. I think it was the right decision to cut it.
It's violence. It's so baroque. Oh, he likes little puzzles, doesn't he? So meticulous. Like he's been planning this his whole life. I know who he is. Oh. Who is he? He's a nobody. Wants to be somebody. The mayor, the commissioner. Yeah. He's got ambition.
You think his motive is political?
Oh, no. This is very, very personal. He feels these people have all wronged him. Probably goes way back. Unhealed wounds, stolen lunch money.
Why is he writing to me?
Maybe he's a fan of yours? Or maybe he's got a grudge against you, too. Maybe you're the main course. Any theories?
Not yet.
Really? You're normally so ahead of the curve. But something is different this time. This is very upsetting to you.
Let's get back to him.
Why? You're so much more fun.
I'm not here to talk about me.
What are you here to talk about?
I want to know how he thinks.
You know exactly how he thinks. Have you read this file? You two have so much in common.
Yes, Jackson Clark and I talked about how it basically just hits the same beat of like the Riddler and Batman being the same. And I thought that since we have like kind of a similar in structure interrogation scene with the Riddler later on, that it would have just felt like we were just interrogating
diluting the power of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Also, call me crazy. Could you understand like much of what the Joker was saying?
I heard a lot of people complain. I could understand him like pretty easily. I don't know. A lot of people though were saying that they wanted subtitles because they could not understand what he was talking about.
In my mind, it would be annoying how they opaqued him the whole time, or like concealed, or didn't put him in focus at all. But the shots were like so beautiful that I was willing to look past it. Like the shot.
Yeah, plus
where,
you get that one. You get that one close up.
Yeah, but when the glass is in focus,
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's so crisp. But
yeah.
Also, it's just like ecstasy in any capacity to see additional Batman content. Like inject it into my veins.
But we're not here for Batman content. We're here for Last Night in Soho content.
In my playwriting class, this kid with a Marvel Avengers Endgame background on his laptop said that Batman was, quote, bad, and that Spider-Man No Way Home is the best movie ever, in the same sentence.
That's awesome. I just had a conversation with Alex Lane, who said that the movie, quote, blew, that he did not like it, that he thought that Zoe Kravitz was bad as Catwoman, and that he did not like the Riddler.
Alex Lane, I know we had you on for the Spider-Man episode, and you're a friend of the show and everything, but that's an ice cold freezing take, my guy.
Well, wouldn't that be a hot take? A cold take is one that
it would be said a lot.
Yeah, a hot take is one that's like goes against the grain.
But I feel like a hot take also implies that it's like good or something. But how do you have like a bad hot take? I guess so.
Yeah. A lot of people. I mean, like Jackson Clark famously has bad hot takes.
Ouch. Hate to be Jackson Clark right now.
Really
about Alex Lane, I thought you liked like moody Guillermo del Toro movies about people walking around in the rain. Isn't this just that? But like with Batman also?
Alex Lane is also known for liking boring movies, which the Batman was not. So maybe that was what did it for him.
And people do like to dislike fun, cool things sometimes, no?
Yeah. But it's time to talk about a different fun, cool thing, Trent. Is it not?
It is. It's last night. It's little Edgar Wright corner because Scott Pilgrim was also done very recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trent, do you wanna give a 10 10-word synopsis?
I'm stretching out.
Trent's doing a little like
I'm doing a little shimmy.
Stretching out his body, a little wiggle.
I'm out of practice.
Wiggy.
We've been putting this responsibility on the guest or the interviewee for a while now.
Yeah.
Thomas and Mackenzie.
That's 2.
Becomes fashion designer in London? ? And also zombies?
That's 10.
I can live with that.
Oh wait, question mark doesn't count. That's just a punctuation, right?
It is a punctuation mark.
So
are you saying I have a bonus word? Okay.
No. You fit just 10.
I wish I had space to talk about like the ghost prostitutes or like the mirrors or the 1960s of it all, but this isn't review the movie in 20 words. It's 10, baby.
Yeah. But the actual synopsis is an aspiring fashion designer is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s where she encounters a dazzling wannabe singer. But the glamour is not all it appears to be, and the dreams of the past start to crack and splinter into something darker. What's the budget? What's the box office?
So the budget is $43 million doll hairs, and the box office, according to what this says here on our Google Drive document, is 23 mil. So that would be a loss of money.
Yeah.
So they had less money after they made the movie than before.
It would seem that way, unfortunately.
I feel like this movie, I didn't hear that many people talking about it. It was like the people who like movies, some of them went to see it, but like I feel like it didn't trudge up that much internet discourse.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say whether it would have done well or better if it was not the pandemic.
Well, it was released into theaters, no?
It was. But
at what stage in COVID was it?
Well, it had already been filmed. It was filmed in. I mean, we'll get into production history next, but it was filmed in 2019. But it was supposed to be released April 2020, but then obviously that didn't happen, and then it was supposed to come out. The release date got changed a bunch, and then it finally came out in like October or so of 2021. But I think that kind of screwed it a bit. But I think that people kind of aren't going to the movies for things that aren't like huge
essential
spectacles. Yeah. But I guess we should just get straight into the production history.
I guess so.
All right, I'm going to speed through this because we have not that much time.
23 minutes and counting to discuss an entire 2-hour film. Go.
So Edgar Wright first conceived of the idea for the film in 2007, pitching the plot as a, quote, dark Valentine to London and the Soho neighborhood to producers Nira Park and Rachel Pryor prior to the start of filming for The World's End. Edgar Wright grew up in Somerset and listened to his parents' stories of coming of age in the 1960s, which contributed to his adoration of the era. His mother's memories of the swinging 60s London, however, were not always fond ones. She once said, quote, "I went to Soho once with my friend and we got harassed by a man and chased out, and that's the end of the story." Wright's obsession with 1960s London helped shape the themes of Last Night in Soho, saying, quote, "Something that I find truly nightmarish, and I guess there's an element where I'm sort of giving a sharp rebuke to myself, is the danger of being overly nostalgic about previous decades. In a way, the film is about romanticizing the past and why ... it's wrong to do that." Filmmaker Sam Mendes first introduced Edgar to screenwriter Christy Wilson Cairns. Wilson Cairns told Wright in passing that she had worked as a bartender at the Toucan in Soho for 5 years. Wright then pitched her the story of Last Night in Soho on the night of the Brexit vote in 2016. He felt pressure to begin working on a sequel to Baby Driver as soon as its press tour had ended, but decided to instead go in a, quote, radically different direction for his next film. He then asked Wilson Cairns if she wanted to co-write the screenplay for Last Night in Soho. They wrote the first draft of the script in 6 weeks before she had to leave to start working on 1917 with Sam Mendes. Wright originally wanted the 1960s scenes to have no dialogue or only be accompanied by music, saying that they should be like dreams. Wilson Cairns, however, suggested that the character Sandy had to have dialogue, saying, quote, "We have to fall in love with Sandy, and I think it's difficult to fall in love with her if she doesn't say anything." She also proposed a scene where Sandy auditions at a Soho nightclub called the Rialto. As soon as she suggested it, Wright knew that Sandy should sing Petula Clark's, quote, "Downtown." Last Night in Soho was originally titled Red Light Area, and then The Night Has a Thousand Eyes. Last Night in Soho, the title, originates from a 1968 hit single by the English pop band Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Titch, and a conversation Wright had had with Quentin Tarantino, who said that Wright had had with filmmaker Quentin Tarantino, who was told by Alison Anders that Last Night in Soho was the best title music for a film that's never been made. Edgar Wright initially had Anya Taylor-Joy in mind for the role of Eloise, but later came around to the idea of her playing Sandy after she agreed reading a draft of the script. Taylor-Joy's casting was announced in February 2019. Thomasin McKenzie and Matt Smith were cast shortly thereafter. Diana Rigg, Terrence Stamp, Rita Tushingham, Michael Ajao, and Siobhan Carlson, I apologize if that's not how it's pronounced, rounded out the rest of the cast in June 2019. Filming began May 23rd, 2019, and was completed on August 30th. It was originally scheduled to be released the September 25th of 2020, but was delayed to April 23rd, 2021 due to COVID-19. It was then again delayed to October 22nd, and then again to the following weekend. It then premiered at the 2021 Venice International Film Festival on September 4th, 2021. Trent, fun facts.
So some fun facts are the scene where Eloise first sees Sandy through the mirror is done practically. To achieve the mirror effect, the cloakroom attendant is played by twins James Phelps and Oliver Phelps, who played Fred and George Weasley in the Harry Potter series. All of these shots of London during the end credits were completed during the COVID-19 global pandemic. The empty streets are as they were, as England at the time was in national lockdown. Thomasin McKenzie dropped out of Top Gun Maverick to star in this movie. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. What role do you think she would have played in that?
I believe in Top Gun Maverick, there's a bartender played by Jennifer Connelly, and she was going to play her daughter.
Whoa. The 1960s scenes were shot with anamorphic lenses, and spherical lenses were used for the modern scenes. This is the first Edgar Wright film to have a female protagonist. Way to go.
Well done.
Jocasta is the name Edgar Wright would have received if he had been born a girl. Hurricane Jocasta. Both Thomasin McKenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy have worked with director M. Night Shyamalan. Oh, because I guess Split and Old now.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. My one main question from the production history is, are you glad we got this instead of Baby Driver 2.0?
Yes.
For multiple reasons?
Well, like, there's the question of the fact that the main character is played by a rapist, and that kind of puts a damper on things.
It's always not ideal if that's the case.
And the other is that I would rather have a new original film than a sequel to a film that did not need a sequel.
All things aside, Baby Driver, good movie, but does it need a second one? No, not even at all. It really does. It tells a complete story, and anything more is needless.
But I guess it's 1-star review time.
I guess so.
You want to start us off?
Sure. This one's by Matthew J. Wendell, and his description is, it's just like 50 Shades of Grey. And it says, synopsis, girl fantasizes about becoming a prostitute, becomes a prostitute, but this time there's zombies involved, and the best plot twist in the movie is how it cuts to the ending credits.
Like, this just doesn't make sense. Like, that's just not what the movie's about.
Well, because she doesn't want to be a prostitute. It, like, it's like a bad force that, like, captures her.
Yeah. This one's by Russell Nagy. Nice name. It says, this movie makes no sense. What a waste of time and money. I should have went to Del Taco.
You ever been to Del Taco, Parth? I know you've seen Last Night in Soho, but have you been to Del Taco?
I haven't, but you want to know who I assume have been to Del Taco? The 4 people who found this helpful.
I would imagine.
And Russell Nagy, so 5.
I wonder if Marjorie A. Godsey found it helpful when she said, I hadn't realized I bought this. Somehow I bought this and I didn't realize. Saw it in my statement, couldn't figure out how to negotiate my way around getting someone help. Didn't happen. Very disappointed. Marjorie kind of sounds like
story.
No, she sounds like a hopeless old woman. Whenever people do the same like first sentence for the subject line and then they just rephrase it in the body, I just feel sad.
Yeah, me too. You're not making full use of the format, you know?
No, I couldn't agree more. Well, Parth, much like the Batman last week, I've watched Last Night in Soho 1.5 times, and I think it's the time where we talk about it.
Baby, you don't know what you're saying.
So what brings you down then?
I'm studying London College of Fashion.
Room is on the top floor.
It's perfect. I love it. If I could live any place and any time, I'd live here in London in the 60s.
I agree. What's working? What's not working, Trent? Which one do you want to start out with?
Let's start out with what's working.
Sure.
I think what's working is that Edgar Wright is a great director, and really whatever he does, I'm on board for. I was watching this movie last night with Jordan Sickfoos, and we were stop it, and we were about 20 minutes in, and she was like, "This movie is not at all what I expected, given that Edgar Wright is the director." And I said, "Elaborate." She said, "I thought it was going to be a lot more like A24." But it's more like Lifetime-y, but she's like, it's like a really good Lifetime movie. And I mean, within the first half, no, we only watched the first half. So within the first half, all the setup and walking around and dialogue and talking at tables, it's like a really good Lifetime movie. But then the second half,
I guess that's fair. This would have to be an extremely good Lifetime movie
with really impressive technical achievement.
I would say the thing that's working the best here is just the visual and audio technical wizardry happening behind the camera.
Like the mirror stuff is pretty impressive. The camera movement is pretty dope. I love the 60s scenes. The last scene I watched was Anya Taylor-Joy montage dancing in a bunch of different outfits to a funky song and like swindling these men buying her drinks, and I was like, this is fun.
I got this kind of gift. I can see people, places, things others can't.
This is the closest most people ever get to their dreams.
They're not just dreams.
Jack, I don't want to do this.
You think you can just walk away?
They really happened.
What did you see?
As always, Edgar Wright is like a precise director. He's like a perfectionist. Everything about the way this looks, I think, is great. Everything about the way this sounds is great. I think all the performances are really good. And I really like the kind. We've talked about Eye of the Duck, and they talked about Last Night in Soho, and they said that it was essentially, what if nostalgia tried to kill you? And I think that's kind of an awesome premise, kind of. And I really like the story of this movie. It feels very original to me, and that's probably my favorite stuff in the movie.
I guess I hadn't thought of it that way, but really it's like, yeah, it's the romantic image of like a past time in your mind, and then you get it, and you're like, oh shit, like there were different problems back then compared to our new problems now.
Yeah. And
it's
I appreciate that.
It's like, have all men ever been bad? Or is it just old men? Or is it new men too? It's just most of them, it seems.
And I appreciate that now, especially with like how many like things we have that are calling back to older things. To have a movie that's A, original, and B, kind of lambasting, calling out to the past and like wanting to live in the past, and a movie that's essentially saying you have to move forward, which I like that. And I think that Edgar Wright handles all the like, I mean, we're two ostensibly straight cis men.
Yeah,
but I think he handles all of the gender politics pretty well. I think he kind of shows, again, I'm a man saying this, but like he does show like what it's like being a woman in London, what that could be like, and how that can be outside of this kind of supernatural horror elements. That can be kind of horrifying in its own right, and I like that.
Like the color palette's really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, I love when they first go to the 60s and it's like the booming music, and then she turns and it's like the Sean Connery Thunderball movie theater. Like that's pretty stunning.
So my arms reach out to you for love. With your hand resting in mine, I feel a power so divine. You're my world, you are my night and day. You're my world, your every prayer I pray. If our love ceases to be, then it's the end of my world for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think all of the like stuff in the 60s just looks like phenomenal. I mean, the whole movie looks really good. And it's not shot by Bill Pope, which that's been
his
Wright's,
guy,
like go-to for a while. It's by, I believe, Chung Hoon Chun, something like that. And I don't know what else he's done, but this is some pretty good work.
Yeah, this
The
movie,
Handmaiden. He shot The Handmaiden.
Upon rewatch, I wasn't expecting to be as engaged as I was. And even though I know the direction that the story's headed at this point, I was still very, I wanted to ignore it, but I was like, these shots are very kinetic. It's hard to fall asleep with the amount of energy pulsing through my small laptop right now.
I'll say this: I'm majority positive on this movie, but I kind of have more to say about what I didn't like.
I was just gonna say, let's talk about some bad, and then we can circle back with a rosy sum up if need be.
I think that the movie, there's the friend character, which Trent and I have both talked about as being kind of a completely useless and unrealistic sidekick that's not really helpful.
We were just like, what a weird character with like a weird percentage of screen time, but they're also like the fourth lead if you look at the poster, and you're just like, but you're also like barely in the movie, and you're just like here as an accessory to be like another male. You're here to be like the nice one male friend guy. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is all spoilery. I guess we're deep into spoiler territory right now, but like at the end of the movie, I guess
you want to talk about the end of the movie?
Yeah, let's talk about the end of the movie. I think this movie wraps up really fucking quickly. It was like they were running out of budget, and they were just like, we have to get this done now.
I mean, this movie is an hour and 57 minutes long, and to me, it's like they're like, oh, we got to get in under 2 hours. Yeah.
And because of that, it all kind of wraps up in this really like way too nicely in a bow, where the end sequence of her having her own like fashion show and her friend, well, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, who's also a fashion designer and should be showing in the show, is just in the audience clapping along. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Like, when I watched it for the first time, I was like, this is tying up the loose ends so quickly that it seems like it's making fun of itself.
Yeah.
Because
like the end almost seems like a parody.
Because she's literally like finger gunning like the enemy, and then like her grandma's there, and she's like, "Grandma."
Mama told me, not to sell word. Mama told me, not to sell word. Mama told you.
That's your mama, that's your bitch. I get the fucking like a cup of brick. Got my mama at a new house now. Mama,
face my fears. Gave my mama tears. Mama
ain't going out like that. No, mama always told me, mama, I'ma get the bag every angle. Get the bag. Mama got Cartier bang. Mama.
And then now she has the boyfriend suddenly. It's like all the characters who are bad are in pain. All the characters who are nice are pumped about the fashion show.
Yeah. Should we talk about the twist that happens?
The twist, you say?
I guess there's two.
All right, before we get into the twists plural, one who jumped out at me this time, the grandma character, like her, I guess, legal guardian. Like, she's the most like weird, sweet old woman ever. Like, just gives me the weirdest vibes. Like, maybe she's a bad actor, but I don't know. I was like, you're like
Trentsy's a nice.
So, how is everything? You never tell me anything anymore.
Everything's great, Gran.
Goodbye, beautiful. I'll see you tomorrow.
Who was that?
No one. Look, we're at the pub. A whole bunch of us having fun.
We?
Yeah, Hurricane Jocasta. Everyone, really. The whole class.
Something's wrong.
No.
Ellie, I can hear it in your voice.
Gran, I really am at the pub. I'm working here.
Working there? Why?
I moved out of the halls.
Oh, no. What?
Needed to get a place on my own.
Did something happen? Did you see her again?
No. No, Mum's not here with me.
Then what is it?
What's wrong? Please tell me. Look, I should go back in. I know you think you have something to prove, but it's okay to ask for help. She didn't. And I have to go. Love you. Love you too.
No, something's up there. Am I crazy? Do you hear what I'm saying?
I didn't mind her, but I do kind of know what you're saying. She does give like strange. Have you ever seen the movie The Visit?
No.
The M. Night Shyamalan. It doesn't matter. It's just like weird, like grandparents where like, or sometimes you know how you like you meet an old person and they're very nice to you, but you're just like,
something's off.
What was that? What was that?
Yeah. What's going on here?
What's in your closet? What are you hiding? You know?
Parth, have you seen X yet? There are a lot of that's
Trent. I'm watching X tonight at 7:30.
You're in for a treat.
Oh, you saw it? You liked it?
I did. Sorry to argue cinema. Have you seen the trailer or?
No, I'm going in blind.
Okay, then I'll say nothing. Okay, but you know, I gave it 4 stars.
Farmer's daughter, take one. I need to be famous, Wayne. All the best people are.
Ain't nobody else out there like you. You know why?
Why?
Because you got that X Factor. Our days of struggling may soon be over.
Hollywood, here we come.
More importantly, the twists. Speak on them.
So I guess the first twist is that Terrence Stamp plays an old man who we think is the older version of Matt Smith.
Okay. Matt Smith,
in the 60s.
Interesting actor name. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Matt Smith, innit? That's what he talks like, by the way. Sorry, Adam Volerich, for making fun of the British accent. It's just too funny. are kind of setting up that he's going to be the older version, and then the twist is that he's not. He was the cop assigned to look into Sandy, but he was just also a creep and a womanizer himself, which, like, I don't mind it. It's kind of a nothing reveal, but, like, I don't mind it. But the bigger twist is at the end is that Sandy was not killed. She had been killing all of these men, and that the landlord of Anya Taylor, of Thomas and Mackenzie's character,
was
is Sandy.
the living murderer prostitute,
which I'm cool with. What I think is weird is that she tries to kill her. She tries to kill Thomas and Mackenzie.
Well, she
kind of
tries
out
to
of
kill her-
nowhere.
She tries to kill her because she's like, well, now that you know this, I can't let you go out into the world because then you'll tell people and then I'll get arrested. But
yeah, it just seemed very abrupt.
I feel like they should just be like, girl power, and then Thomas and Mackenzie should be like, I'm not going to say anything, let me go. I'm going to move back home now, and let's both live quiet lives, and this house doesn't have to burn down.
And
but then it does.
I've seen a lot of people talk about how this is like so terrible that Sandy ended up like that. But I think it's fine to show that, like, she was so distraught and troubled by the sexism and misogyny and just, like, workplace harassment that she had, that it kind of drove her insane, and that she murdered a bunch of people that, deserve to be murdered. And
did they deserve to be murdered because they were creepy, or were they doing, I mean, I didn't rewatch the second half of the movie. Were they trying to rape her? Because if so,
I mean, like, a combination of all, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I think what people don't like is that, like, the men are like zombies, clearly, and you're like, okay, it's okay that these guys are creepy ghosts.
They're like ghost zombies.
Yeah, but then you find out that they got murdered, and then it's kind of like, huh.
I think the thing that some people have an issue with is that they go, help me, help!
No.
But I have a problem with that, because she doesn't, like, Thomas and Mackenzie doesn't feel sympathy for them. Like, she doesn't help them.
And also the old woman clearly isn't meant to be shown as a good person, and she ends up burning alive. So it shows that the life of crime doesn't pay.
And also that, like, these men, like, to some extent got their comeuppance. Like, they deserved what happened to them a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Or a lot of it.
I think if you sleep with a prostitute, you don't, or with a sex worker, you don't deserve to have, like,
no. But if you try to assault one or assert your power in an abusive way in the workplace or outside of the workplace,
then watch your fucking back. Because Sandy,
Sandy's
old
gonna
woman,
fucking get you.
She's gonna burn your house down.
I think the problem that I have is that it just happens so quickly. I mean, it's like a race to the finish line.
I think
so that turn could have been more effective if it was, like, played with a slower scene, but it happens so quickly.
I think, like, the first hour is just, like, set up and information, but maybe not
in an interesting way.
No, I'm scrubbing through. I mean, they cut to the chase pretty fast, so I can only say the first 30 minutes is set up, and then the middle hour is kind of hard to define, and then the end, I think, was a little, but I think there were some scenes in the middle that could have been cut and dedicated towards putting more time into the end.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I just remembered?
What?
Is that Thomas and Mackenzie's character, what's her name? Jocasta? Is that her name?
No, that's the roommate. It's Eloise or Ellie.
Oh, okay. She, like, straight up almost murders her classmate, who's, like, kind of a bitch. And the whole movie we're like, yeah, she's a bitch, but she almost murders her. And then the classmate is like, what the fuck? You almost murdered me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're a bitch, but, like, you were almost murdered by her. And I just thought that was a weird moment in the movie.
Are you saying that we had to feel bad for... Well, I mean, that we had to feel bad for the bitch character because she almost got murdered?
I feel like the movie wants you to think that she's more of a bitch. And, like, she does suck. But at the same time,
she sucks.
She almost had a scissor shoved into her eyeball. And, like, I have some sympathy for you there.
I feel like is there any fallout from that? Like, do the cops come after her?
No. That's the weird part.
It's just fashion show.
Yeah. Well, no, at the end, there's, like, a whole, you know, and that's enough.
For the fans at home, Parth just finger gunned me.
Yeah, 2 of them.
I
did a Bully Maguire.
As Thomas and Mackenzie did when she saw the mean girl at the fashion show.
Yeah.
Parth, you know when you go to the mall and then you come home and your mom wants you to try on the clothes and she says, fashion show. That was like the end of this movie.
And you know what I hate? I hate the fashion show. I hate doing that for my mom. And I didn't really like it here. I don't mind the idea behind it. I just think that the execution gets a little sloppy at the end.
Just because we're running out of time, I think I'm gonna revisit this Edgar Wright movie less than I revisit other Edgar Wright movies.
I agree. I kind of want to see him do something more in the vein of the Cornetto trilogy or a comic book type thing where his visual language can, be put to use, like Scott Pilgrim or something.
But him telling like original stories is always
pretty
appreciated.
awesome.
Yeah, it's like going to the movie theater and just seeing like 2 hours of like genuinely surprising things that like you didn't know were gonna happen and that aren't based on anything.
And this is like a $43 million movie that looks better than most $200 million movies that have been coming out.
And yet we still lost money.
Yeah. Well,
but
should we get into the ratings gauntlet?
I think this ratings gauntlet has to unfold in the next 3 minutes if I'm making it to work on time.
Guys, we got to do it.
Okay,
Trent, you go.
All right, explosion sound effect. I'll give it.
I'm gonna give it rewatchable. Is it recommendable?
Rewatchable in the way that I rewatched it last night, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty down with this. Like, we did the interview long enough ago where the details felt fresh. Recommend, like, a yes and. I'd be like, sure, watch that. Maybe you'll like it. But, like, it wouldn't be like, you have to watch Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
Don't think it's on my movie of the year list or anything crazy like that. I'm gonna give it, like, a 6.5. I liked it. I'm not in love.
I think I liked it a little bit more than you. I would definitely recommend this just because I think it's an interesting concept and it's a fun watch. It's not too long. And I think it's rewatchable. And I'd give it somewhere like a 7 to 7.5. I think I applaud its originality. I think it's really cool. If the ending had been done up a little bit more, I think it would really have excelled. But as it is, I think it's a really technically well-made, pretty fun movie, but not living up to the heights of what Edgar Wright can accomplish.
I just feel like the way, like, it divides with so many side characters that it's sort of like it lessens the impact of any side character.
Yeah. But, I mean, not to end too negatively. We like the movie.
No, that was just a note that came to mind because we always stop recording and then I'm like, ugh, I don't like having something lodge in my brain that I didn't say because if we're going to have this podcast, we might as well say the things we think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 6.5, 7.5 for an average of 7, which is an above average movie. Okay, all right. Quick outro. What comes next?
What's coming next is we have 2 things that we might have come out next. So I'm going to actually not say what it is, but let's just say it could either be an Oscar-winning related thing or it can be a definitely not Oscar-winning related thing.
Wait, I'm not even sure what I know what the definitely not Oscar-related thing is. I'm just wondering what the... Oh, yes.
But go follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure to give us a good review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Is that it?
Yep. Goodbye. Thanks for listening.
Bye, Trent.
Have a nice day.
Make it to work.